Hi guys, in this tutorial we're going to continue looking at more examples on how to use group by clause and how to combine that group by clause with aggregate functions. So over the last 4 or 5 lectures, we've been looking at different examples, different scenarios of how to use this aggregate function. So in this tutorial, we're going to continue doing the same thing. And what we want to look at is average function. So let's say I have a requirement that says um, what is the what is the average departmental salary? The average departmental salary, for instance. So we could say, how do we go about answering this? Now, just a quick refresher. So, if I want the average salary in employees table, what I need to do is just to say select average salary from employees. So, select average salary from employees. If I run this and we have this as the average salary. So, but this is not looking good. So, all I need to do is to come here and say round. I can use this round function, and we've seen this in previous tutorials. So, if I use this round function, so that can take care of all these floating numbers. So let's run again. So this is the average salary in employees table. And don't forget that we have 1,000 employees. That is 1,000 salary. So this is the average salary. But what the requirement says is average departmental salary. That is, we need to break this down to department. So what is the average salary in each department? And we have 27 departments. Okay, so what we can do is to group this by department and say by group by department. So let's run this and see what we have. So now we have this, and you see we have 27 records, that is 27 department. So if you scroll down, so this is average salary for each department. But of course, we're not going to give this to our manager like this, because what exactly is this? We need to see the department column so we know what each one of these salary, which department each one of these average salary belongs to. And how do I show my department? All I need to do is to come to my select line and say select department as well. Don't forget that select line is to put in the columns we want to retrieve or we want to display. So in this case, we want to display department column and an aggregate column, which is average salary. So the department column is the non-aggregate column, and the whole of this is the aggregate column. So we're expecting to see two departments, the average salary. We're expecting to see two columns, the average salary column and the department column. Then we group by department. So let's run this and see what we have. So now this looks better. So the average salary in the pharmacy department is 93,372. The average salary in children clothing is 87,511. And if we scroll down, you see we have 27 records. That means we have 27 departments. One more thing we can do with this report is, let's say we want to break this down further into gender. So we want to know average departmental salary by gender. Okay, so what that means is, let's say in pharmacy we have 50 employees, and out of the 50 employees, 30 of them are males and 20 of them are females. So we want to break this down into, okay, take the average salary of all the female employees in each department. Take the average salary of all the male employees in each department. Okay, so in that case, this number for each department is going to be broken into two. So the average salary for male employees in each department and the average salary for female employees in each department. That's how that is going to run. So how do we break this down into gender? All we need to do is put gender in the group by. So we say group by gender. So now let's see what we have. Now we have 54 records. So for each department, we have average salary for the male employees and we have average salary for the female employees. So it's better for us to include the gender if we want, so that this report will look pretty. So I'll come here and just put my gender. So now I want to see gender as well. Then we run. So what else can we do to this report? Now I see music. The average salary for the female employees in music department is 94,685. The average salary for male employees in books department is 87,786. I think it's better for us to order this by department so that we see both male and female for each department in one view. So I'll come here and say order by department, order by department, um, ascending. Okay, so let's run this. This looks better. So in automotive department, the average salary of all the male employees is 79,181, and the average salary of all female employees is 123,515. We go to beauty. This is the average salary for the male employees in beauty, and this is the average salary for the female employee in beauty. Like that. We go to books, is the same. We go to camping. So we have two occurrences of each department, one representing the male average salary of male employees, and the other representing the average salary of female employees. So spend time, go over this query, make sure it makes sense to you. That way, you don't forget the concept and the principle. Okay, so in the next tutorial, we're going to look at more examples of how to use group by with our aggregate functions. And the reason why we are spending so much time on this concept is simple. This is a concept you really can't do without. Okay, hardly would you um, come up with any meaningful report without using aggregate function and group by. So it's a concept that is fundamental. You just need to know this, and it's going to help you in more intermediate or advanced concept in SQL. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.